My name's Gina Warburton. I'm the Collections Assistant at Blackpool Heritage Service. Over the past year, I've been organising our Blackpool Tower Circus collection, which is full of programmes, posters, photographs and admin, and I've been able to find out lots of fascinating tales about the acts that performed there. As Showtown and Heritage Service are celebrating laughter this week, we thought it would be silly not to include the famous clown Charlie Cairoli and his comedy act, who have been keeping us laughing over several decades. Having made his debut at Blackpool Tower Circus in 1939 as the Cairoli Trio, Charlie Cairoli went on to become a staple of the Blackpool Tower Circus, and audiences returned each season to see the man and his group perform, enjoying the familiar sense of fun that came with this act. Aided by Jimmy Buchanan as Little Jimmy and various Paul Whiteface clown characters, Charlie Cairoli's act was chaotically flawless, and no one can deny his genius ability to produce new entrees and water finales, which kept our sides splitting year upon year. The Blackpool 1972 programme describes Charlie Cairoli as one of the most popular musical clown acts of his time, and we can see this sensational reputation resonating through his bowler hat and red-nose image being depicted on the front of many Blackpool Tower souvenir programmes and Tower Circus posters, of which versions are in Blackpool Council's public collection. In the book Blackpool Tower Circus, A Pictorial History, Daniel Potier and John Sheward say that Charlie Cairoli was the Tower Circus to hordes of fun seekers. Certainly the 40s, 50s, 60s and 70s were dominated by him. You can see the different ways that Charlie Cairoli presented himself throughout this time. As a Boy Scout in the act Picnic in 1954, in a dress costume in 1951, and performing alongside the Circusettes in the 1960s. Charlie's famous Stocks performance in 1950 and 1961 was extremely memorable, with the whole act ending up covered in slosh, the substance Charlie Cairoli loved to use for his custard pies. As well as an innate flair for jokes and hilarity, Charlie Cairoli was a talented musician and played several instruments alongside Paul the Whiteface Clown. They filled the circus ring with music during their musical entrees. Here you can see Charlie Cairoli even encouraging some young musical talent. Known for his mischief, laughter and slapstick, Charlie Cairoli often ended up drenched from head to toe after falling in the water during the water finale. Many people would also find themselves at the butt of the joke, being pushed into the water on several occasions, just like this poor lady. Charlie's interactions with the crowd were numerous, and it seems that he did not mind being up close and personal. The audiences in these photographs don't seem to mind though, and you can see the enjoyment, or could it be fear, on their faces. Since Charlie Cairoli stopped performing in 1979, we now enjoy the sights of Mookie the Clown and Mr. Boo. We look forward to returning to Blackpool Tower Circus for some more fun, joy and laughter as soon as it is possible for us to do so. We hope that these memories have given you a giggle this afternoon, and we would love to hear any of your tales about the famous Charlie Cairoli.